It's time now for the Business Leaders Spotlight on Money Radio.
Well, it is that time of the week once again as we kick off December with a great Business Leaders Spotlight. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:35 a.m., we have the unique opportunity to sit down and visit with some of the people making a big difference right here in our own backyards and our community. Our next guests are doing that together. They are Zac Cohen and Sean Rakkhaus. They are the owners of Rakkhaus, a architecture firm that is located in downtown Phoenix, and they have been kind enough to join us this morning here on Business for Breakfast. Gents, good morning. Good to see you. How you doing?
Morning. Thanks for having us.
We met a few weeks ago at the Evolve PR and Marketing Extravaganza, and then we decided to book you on the show. So here we are a few weeks later. At that time, I mean, literally, you guys were just talking about Rakkhaus and how it is getting started, up and running, and your guys' background in architecture. Sean, I'm going to have you start. You have been an architect for a long time.
Yeah,
this isn't like a new venture. I'm going to try this.
Oh, no. I've been around quite a while, about 20 years, and, you know, it's been a while.
It's been a while. And Zac, you guys did you work together at the other place?
Yeah. We came over from Liebeskin, Studio
Liebeskin. I could say their name. Okay.
Yeah, you can say it. Yeah, there's no secrets in here, man.
Okay,
we're all good.
We're all friends here.
We worked together at Liebeskin prior. I was with Liebeskin for about 10 years and wanted to sort of explore some different architecture styles rather than, you know, the traditional, very Daniel Libeskind-esque geometries and things. So, you know, we decided to step out and try something new.
Let me ask you, I'm going to take you way back here, okay?
All right.
How do you become an architect? Like, what makes you say, you know what, I want to do this? Obviously, there's got to be a passion to it, but there's also a skill that not a lot of people have.
Yeah, you've got to be really sadistic to start off with.
Okay, good to know.
You got to be,
you guys taking notes at home?
Yep, self-deprecating. So a lot of the architects today are coming through a school route. They'll be in school for anywhere from 5 to 6 years, and kind of after that, there's an internship process, and then you just slog through the rest of your life.
I like your guys' approach. It's different, right? Zac, I mean, a little different. Rakkhaus, by the way, it's like Love House, right? Isn't that
right? So the name Rakkhaus is the combination of two words. It's Rakkhaus, which is the Finnish word for love, without the H, and then with the H, it's the German word for house. So, you know, it's a combination of house and love because we love design. And then Rakkhaus, the way it's pronounced, obviously is like Rakkhaus, which speaks more to our ethos in taking risks and doing really interesting offbeat alternative design.
Yeah. So I want to talk about that because I feel like you guys are outside the box a little bit, right? So are you meeting with, like, who are you meeting with exactly? Like, and do you have to kind of show them, or they put their complete trust in you? How does that work?
I think it's really interesting when we engage a client. It's about the communication portion and understanding that a lot of times when the developer comes to you, it's a lot of talk about money. Right. You know, it's important to be within budgets, to be within all that, but it's also important to realize that design makes you money. If you can put the right project in the right place, then the community surrounds it, envelops it, and makes it something that is more than just a building itself, more than just that moneymaker. It starts becoming a thing that is an attraction for the neighborhood and the community, and enlarges everyone.
Yeah, and we, I mean, sorry to jump in, but yeah,
I was just going to tell you, I was going to say your name on the air.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Say it.
That's Zac Cohen, by the way.
I like that. I like to hear my own name.
There you go.
No, I mean, it's a pretty involved process because we listen to community leaders, we listen to other people in the different neighborhoods, we listen to the developers, of course, and we really try we immerse ourselves in local cultures to really try to create projects and buildings and master plans that are representative of the communities that they're located in.
Again, that was Zac Cohen, Sean Rakkhaus. They are the partners and owners of Rakkhaus architecture firm. It says office studios in Phoenix and Helsinki.
Correct. Yeah, Helsinki, Finland.
That makes sense. I mean, there's two. You know,
hot and cold, baby. Hot and cold.
You were telling me, I don't know what you can talk about on the air, but this isn't just like residential, right? I mean, you guys are doing all kinds of big buildings. You're talking about corporations. I think you were mentioning something about teams. I don't want to say anything I'm not supposed to. But
yeah, there are things that we can talk about. But yeah, my experience, I was with Liebeskin for 10 years. So during that time, I was exposed to all different types of architecture.
Sure.
And so what we want to do with Rakkhaus is continue to do those types of large-scale, important cultural buildings, but be able to use different architectural languages to express ourselves differently. My own artistic expression is vastly different from the previous work that we've done. And so although I'll always carry some of that in me because it's part of me now after 10 years, we want to go in different, more uplifting directions.
That's pretty cool. So is residential not a thing?
No, it's a thing.
Oh, it is a thing. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Multifamily and single family.
Got it. Okay.
It would take the right kind of. It's not for everyone.
Yeah, it's the right exploration. We try to find the right match with client and design, and make sure that we have everything kind of taken care of, and it's a good kind of communication and all of that.
Is there anything you do that's weird? And what I mean by that is, they both just start
personally?
laughing. No, I'm not. I'm talking about architecture.
Architecture weird.
Do you know what I'm saying? Where you have to no, trust me, to the people, this might sound weird, but check this out.
All the time, and we have luckily with all the advancements in technology, we're able to express that differently today than we were. So we can say, look, okay, you want this, we'll do that, but let us try this. And then we're able to actually show it to them. And 10 times out of 10, when they see the finished product, they go, that's what I thought of in my mind. That's what I wanted. But they hated it. And let's say they didn't think of it.
You didn't think of that. I told you to think of that. And now you're thinking about, hey, however you get to the finished product, right? The finish line is what we're all worried about. As you guys now step out on your own, right? You're now business owners too. And that's part of this segment, right? Business leaders spotlight. What changes in that for both of you?
With the kind of stepping out from the design and doing the business portion of it, it's kind of like this new creature, right? You have this little child that you're growing and making bigger and everything. And so every little decision that you make, similar to architecture, affects something downstream.
Sure.
And so from my point of view, it's great to have Zac along with me to do these things, because he's been on this path before of business. And for me, it's kind of every single decision that you make does something further on down the road. And that's how I'm taking it. With the architecture portion, you have what door actually affects something on the other side of the building. Well, what I'm doing now affects us a couple years or so down the road. And so it's very interesting to kind of mesh those two together.
Well, you're building a house.
That's right.
We're building a rock
house.
It's a rock house. See what I did there?
I see what you did.
Zac wants to come on the show every morning. I can already tell he loves this. Zac Cohen and Sean Ragudo, they are the owners of Rakkhaus. Brand new. You guys just opened the doors. What?
Yeah, about 60 days ago.
Yeah,
something like that.
A couple months. So, but big time footprint in the architecture game here in Arizona. What does a typical project take, like time wise?
That's
it depends on what the project is.
Meatball.
That's right.
The time involved to do a really interesting single family residence versus a huge master plan with a lot of different product types is very different. But and then it also depends on the developer, and it depends on the cities, because oftentimes the municipalities will call for changes and we have to go back. But on the design, I mean, what would you say on the he's probably just talking about design.
I'm saying I'm listening. I like you too. I'm like, dude, I want to.
Well, what's not to like?
Dude, well, no, I'm just kidding. There's I'm a client that has a house, or I'm building a house, or whatever it is, and I go, I like this. I want to see what you guys got. I'm not talking about big master plan community. I'm talking about the individual calls, and you say, hey, here's what we're going to do, and this is going to take 30 days? I don't know.
Yeah, well, a lot of times the design will kind of hit immediately, and you'll have this idea, you'll present it to a client, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I really love this. And then it takes a while to develop that.
Got it.
And typically, if you're talking about a house, it's closer to the 2-3 month range. If you're talking about a master plan, well, you might be talking about a year.
Sure, yeah.
To get all the players and partners in place to do what you really want to do on that site. So again, it's the spicy meatball of that's the question. Like, how long is it going to take? Well, every single project is unique in its own way. And I love that about architecture. It's something new every day. It's some different challenge that you have to get through, and a lot with, wading through markets and doing all these things. A lot of things change, and they change on the fly.
All right, leave me with this, and then we'll tell everyone how to get a hold of you. Weirdest, strangest, I don't know, most bizarre that you've put into a home or into a design where you're like, wow, I don't know if they're going to accept this. And then they do, and then you move forward. Is there some, can you give me an example, Zach?
Well, we haven't worked, I'm
even saying back in the past.
Homes aren't really it's not really what we definitely do single family
it could
homes.
I'm saying it could be a building, it could be a master plan.
We did for a client a really cool rooftop pool with a where the base of the pool was all in glass, and then a private restaurant upstairs so that people who are dining could see the people swimming past from the rooftop pool.
That could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, yeah, it depends on
what you're eating.
Depends on the season.
Yeah. But so that was really cool. I don't know if it's weird.
No, cool. I guess, yeah, just something you did where you're like, that's awesome. Never seen that before. Doesn't have to be weird.
Yeah, I think a lot of times in every single project, there's something like, I wonder if they're gonna do that, and you look at it and they focus on it. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is great. And so there's something in every project.
Yeah, we do put Easter eggs in there. Yeah,
yeah, we've got a couple of those.
That's good. All right, before I let you boys go, I appreciate your time very much. Tell people how to reach out to you and find out more about the company.
Sure. You can reach out to us at rakkhaus.com. It's RAKKHAUS, or on any of our social media. It's Rakkhaus Studio.
Rakkhaus Studio. Absolute pleasure to see you guys again. I met you a few weeks ago, and I love what you're doing. I can tell there's passion there, so that's important. Keep up the good work, and then let's come back and, you'll be here tomorrow, Zach, but Sean, you come back in a few months. How's that?
That sounds great.
I'm going to be like the Ed McMahon.
That's right.
He's just going to sit there and go, ha! Sean Ragudo, Zach Cohen, the owners of Rakkhaus, our guest this morning on the Business Leaders Spotlight.